Hello everyone, how are you? Fine, yes. I'm your science teacher and today we will do a short revision of lesson 2 and then we will do a revision of MCQ and match the following. Then we will start new questions. Do you know why do we need teeth? Humans cannot swallow food in one big gulp. Food must be broken down into smaller pieces before it can be swallowed. This function is performed by hard calcified structure called teeth. They help us in biting and chewing the food. We have all gone through the phase during our childhood where we would lose a tooth and a new one would already be below it. As human, we have two sets of teeth that erupt during our lifetime. The first set is called as milk teeth, primary teeth, temporary teeth or baby teeth, and they start erupting when we are 6 months old, and the next set of teeth called permanent teeth begin erupt as when we turn 6 years old. Many of us may have asked our parents or elders, why are my teeth falling? But have you ever wondered what is the difference between milk teeth and permanent teeth? Before we get to the difference between milk teeth and permanent teeth, let's understand why we need two sets of teeth in the first place. Milk teeth are very important for the normal growth and development of a child, and in fact as important as your permanent teeth. Though there is a significant difference between milk teeth and permanent teeth, milk teeth perform certain important function until the permanent teeth can take over. They help the child bite and chew, which is essential for the child to gain proper nutrition during his or her early years. They allow the proper development of speech. They create and hold space for the eruption of permanent teeth in the jaw. Most kids have their first set of teeth by the time they are 3 years old. These are called primary teeth and also known as baby teeth, first teeth, milk teeth. There are 20 primary teeth in all. At between 6 and 10 months of age, most infants begin to sprout their primary teeth. Then, when the child is about 6 years old, milk teeth start falling out one by one. Slowly, new ones which are bigger in size take their place. This set of new teeth is called permanent teeth. Teeth are hard, mineral-rich structures which are used to chew food. They are not made of bones like the rest of the skeleton, but have their own unique structure to enable them to break down food. Unlike some of your body's organs such as brain, heart and lungs, your teeth were not prepared to function from the day you were born. Although the teeth develop before a baby is born, They are not visible even after the birth until a baby is about 6 to 12 months old. Then the first tooth breaks through and gradually more teeth begin to appear later. On the basis of their function, there are 4 types of teeth. Your 8 incisor teeth are located in the front part of your mouth. You have 4 of them in your upper jaw and 4 in your lower jaw. Incisors are shaped like small chisels. They have sharp edges that help you bite into food. Whenever you sink your teeth into something, such as an apple, you use your incisor teeth. Incisors are usually the first set of teeth to erupt, appearing at about 6 months old. The adult set grows in between the ages of 6 and 8. Your 4 canine teeth sit next to the incisors. You have 2 canines on the top of your mouth and 2 on the bottom. Canines have a sharp pointy surface for tearing food. The first baby canines come in between the age of 16 months and 20 months. The upper canines grow in first and followed by the lower canines. Lower adult canines emerge in the opposite way. First, the lower canines poke through the gums around age 9. Then, the upper canines come in at age of 11 and 12. Your 8 premolars sit next to your canines. There are 4 premolars on top and 4 on the bottom. Premolars are bigger than canines and incisors. They have a flat surface with ridges for crushing and grinding food into smaller pieces to make it easier to swallow. Baby molar teeth are replaced by adult premolar. Infants and young children don't have premolars because these teeth don't start to come until around age of 10. Your 12 molars are your biggest and strongest teeth. You have 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom. The main 8 molars are sometimes divided into your 6 years and 12 years molars based on when they typically grow in. The large surface area of your molars help them grind up food. When you eat, your tongue pushes food to the back of your mouth. Then your molars break up the food into pieces small enough for you. The molars include 4 wisdom teeth, which are the last set of teeth to come in. They usually come in between the ages of 17 and 25. Wisdom teeth are also called third molars. A tooth has a crown and a root. The crown is the part we see, whereas the root is the part inside the gums. Gums hold the teeth in their places. The white part on the outside of a tooth is called enamel. It is the hardest substance in the human body. Below the enamel lies the hard dentine. Inside the dentine lies the pulp. It is very soft and full of nerves and blood vessels. The pulp forms the central part of the tooth. As teeth are very important, we should take care of teeth. Proper care of teeth is very important. When we eat, tiny bits of food get stuck in spaces between our teeth. We need to clean them out, otherwise germs can grow there and form a sticky yellow layer called plaque. Proper brushing with a toothbrush, toothpaste and water can prevent plaque formation. Do you know through which way you can protect your teeth? Brush your teeth at least twice a day, once in the morning and once before going to bed. Use up and down motion to brush teeth. Brush the top teeth downwards and the bottom teeth upward. Brush out the back of the teeth. Brush the flat surface of the premolar and molars. Use a tongue cleaner to clean the tongue. Rinse your mouth well after meals. Eat food that is healthy for teeth and gums. Example, milk, egg, curd and green vegetable. Avoid eating too many sweets or soft drink. Visit the dentist regularly for checkups. Calcium is very important for strong teeth. Milk and milk products such as curd and cheese are rich sources of calcium. Eating fruits and salad help in keeping our teeth healthy. The digestive system of the human body comprises a group of organs working together to convert food into energy for the body. The given diagram represents different parts of the human digestive system that convert food into essential nutrients absorbed by the body. Here, food is broken down by biting and chewing. Food pipe moves food from the back of your throat to your stomach. It has three important jobs: to store the food you have eaten, to break down the food into liquidy mixture, to slowly empty that liquidy mixture into the small intestine. The small intestine is a long tube that is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and it's packed inside beneath your stomach. The small intestine breaks down the food mixture even more so your body can absorb all the vitamins, minerals, protein, carbohydrate and fats. The nutrients-rich blood comes directly to the liver for processing. The liver filters out harmful substances or waste, turning some of the waste into more bile. The liver even helps figure out how many nutrients will go to the rest of the body and how many will stay behind in storage. At 3 or 4 inches around, the large intestine is fatter than small intestine, and it's almost the last stop on the digestive tract. It holds the food that cannot be digested. And at last, waste are removed from the body through anus. Now let's do the revision of choose the correct option. First MCQ, in the mouth, food is broken down by So, as you know, after biting the food is broken down by chewing the food. So, in the mouth, food is broken down by chewing the food. Food passes from the mouth through a long tube called. So, as you know, food passes from the mouth through this thin long tube is called the food pipe or oesophagus or esophagus. So, food passes from the mouth through a long tube called oesophagus. Now let's see third MCQ. Useful nutrients from the digested food move into the blood in the liver. Then fourth MCQ. Which among the following is not a microbe? So as you know, there are 4 main harmful microbes which are virus, bacteria, fungi and protozoa. So from the given option, crown is not a microbe. Now let's see fifth MCQ. The microbe that causes malaria is protozoa because it causes diseases such as food poisoning and malaria. I have explained you the match the following yesterday. The first word in column A is canines. Canines help food. As canines are bigger and sharper, so that tearing flesh is easier. Pulp is very soft and full of blood vessels and nerves. Virus is harmful microbe and causes diseases such as common cold, influenza and polio. Protozoa is a harmful microbe and causes diseases such as food poisoning and malaria. Then bacteria is also a harmful microbe which causes diseases such as typhoid and cholera. Now let's see next question. Write 2 examples for each of the following. The first question, food for strong teeth. We should eat food that is healthy for teeth and gums. For example, milk, egg, curd and green vegetables. So what will be the answer? Food for strong teeth, milk and egg. Now let's see second question. Diseases caused by viruses. What is virus? Virus is a harmful microbe which causes diseases like common cold, influenza and polio. So what will be the answer? Diseases caused by viruses are common cold and polio. Now let's see third question. Diseases caused by bacteria. What is bacteria? Bacteria is a harmful microbe and it causes diseases such as typhoid, tuberculosis and cholera. So what will be the answer? Cholera and typhoid. What is the fourth question? Diseases caused by fungi. What is fungi? Fungi is a harmful microbe and it causes diseases such as ringworm and athlete's foot. Now what is the fifth question? Diseases caused by protozoa. What is that? It is harmful microbe and it causes diseases such as food poisoning and malaria. Now to understand right to example, let's revise the topic microbes. Microbes are very small living things that cannot be seen with the naked eye. They can be seen only with the help of an instrument called microscope. Microbes are of four main types: virus, bacteria, fungi and protozoa. Harmful microbes cause diseases. Virus cause diseases such as common cold. Bacteria cause diseases such as typhoid, tuberculosis and cholera. Fungus, which is also called fungi, cause diseases such as ringworm and athlete's foot. Protozoa cause diseases such as food poisoning and malaria. So as you saw, diseases caused by viruses are common cold and polio. Diseases caused by bacteria are cholera and typhoid. Diseases caused by fungi are ringworms and athlete's foot. Diseases caused by protozoa are food poisoning and malaria. Now let's see, write one word for the following. First, teeth for cutting and biting the food. As you know, there are 8 incisors in all, 4 in each jaw. They are used for cutting and biting the food. So what is the answer for the first question? Teeth for cutting and biting the food is incisor. Now let's see second question. Hard white part on the outside of a tooth. As you know, the white part on the outside of a tooth is called enamel and it is the hardest substance in the human body. Now let's see third question. The soft part of tooth that contain nerves and blood vessels. In the structure of tooth, inside the dentine lies the pulp and it is very soft and full of nerves and blood vessels. So what is the answer for third question? The soft part of tooth that contain nerves and blood vessel is pulp. Now what is the fourth question? The process by which food is broken down to a simpler form is called digestion. And there are various organs that work together and help in digestion. Now let's see fifth question. Harmful microbes that can cause diseases are called germs. How many harmful microbes are there? 4. Which are they? Viruses, bacteria, fungi and protozoa. Now let's do a short revision of lesson 2. Teeth are hard, mineral-rich structure which are used to chew food and they are not made of bones like the rest of the skeleton but have their own unique structure to enable them to break down food. Human beings have 2 sets. Do you have question? Why are my teeth falling? Yes, many of you have asked the question that why are my teeth falling? Human beings have two sets of teeth, temporary and permanent set. By the time a child is 2.5 years old, the first set of 20 teeth appears. This set of teeth in a child is called temporary teeth. They are also called milk teeth, baby teeth. When the child is about 6 years old, milk teeth start falling out one by one slowly. New ones, which are bigger in size, take their place. This set of new teeth is called permanent teeth, and there are usually 32 teeth in a permanent set. According to the function of the teeth, there are 4 types: incisors, canines, premolar and molars. Then you have learned about care of teeth. Proper care of teeth is very important. Then you have learned about the digestive system. The digestive system of the human body comprises a group of organs working together to convert food into energy for the body. The diagram given here represent different parts of the human digestive system that convert food into essential nutrients absorbed by the body. Now let's revise healthy eating habits. Healthy eating habits are also important for good health. Some healthy eating habits are given here. Chew the food well and do not swallow it. Always wash your hands before and after meals. Rinse your mouth well after meals. Always try to eat a balanced diet. Now let's revise the topic microbes. Microbes are very small living things that cannot be seen with the naked eye. They can be seen only with the help of instrument called microscope. Microbes are of 4 main types: virus, bacteria, fungus or fungi, and then protozoa. Many of you have questioned, microbes can be beneficial to us? Yes. Some microbes are used in making bread and bun. Some microbes change milk into curd. Some microbes help in the digestion of food. Now let's revise the last topic, harmful microbes. Harmful microbes are called germs, and they can cause diseases. Virus causes diseases such as common cold, influenza and polio. Then bacteria causes cholera, tuberculosis, pneumonia and typhoid. Then fungi cause diseases such as ringworm and athlete's foot.